Hello everybody, Tony Mui here from Complex, and today I'm joined by UFC middleweight fighter and big-time sneaker collector Kevin Trailblazer Holland, who's going after his 19th professional career win this Saturday on Halloween at the UFC Apex. Kevin, how are you doing heading into fight week?
Oh man, I'm doing good, doing fantastic. Did a little shopping yesterday. I'm feeling good. You know, they say you got a fight book. I spent a lot. I'm like that's telling you to go spend at least 10 to 20.
I have to ask you about this past weekend's event, UFC 254. Did you get a chance to watch the fights?
Man, Khabib, monster, different level. Pressure was amazing. And then Whitaker looked really, really good. Lines himself up with a rematch with a style bender. Whitaker's looking good, looking like he wants to be back in there. So it's good stuff.
So if you were a matchmaker, what would you do?
I would honestly, it depends what style bender wants to do. Does he want to defend the 185 belt again right now? Or does he want to let things play out there at 185? That's a good question. Does he want to go up to 205, become a double champ? Really get some GOAT status next to his name? If I was playing company guy, I would do whatever makes the most money. You know what I'm saying? That'd be him and John Jones. But I think John Jones should have kept his 205 belt before he did that. It's like, he's undefeated. He's never lost. He's had a few bumps on the road, but he's never lost. Style bender, on the other hand, he's lost in other sports, but he's never lost in MMA. Him versus John Jones, it's a great fight, but it's a risk that two people are taking. They both can go out, legendary guys who we always wanted to fight each other but never fought, right? But style bender can still get his bread and he can still get his name up by going up to 205, grabbing the belt now. Now, all of a sudden, if John Jones really wants to fight him, he has to come back down to 205 and challenge Israel for his old belt that he gave up. Jeez, that's rough. That's mental warfare.
So there's a lot of Twitter action going back and forth in the middleweight division, especially with Darren Till just trolling everybody. You too, you've been calling people out too.
I don't run my Twitter. Tell me what's going on. Who have I called out?
I mean, you've called, not on Twitter, but like post-fight.
Oh, yeah.
Conference. So where do you feel like you stand in this middleweight division?
Got to get past Halloween night, right? See what type of spooky shit goes down. But if I can get past Halloween night, then I probably stand with a number. You know what I mean? And if I stand with a number next to my name, I have to fight somebody in the 15 range, anywhere from 15 to 10. And then after that, depending on the performance, I'm really headed for two people in the top 15. I like Martin Vittori, I like Derek Brunson. My managers may say otherwise, but we've had little talks with those guys, me personally, and I don't like the way the conversation went. I don't like the way the actions went after the conversation, or so on and so forth. So therefore, yeah, I would love those fights. So I don't really care about the rankings. I don't really care about the numbers. As long as I keep getting paid, I keep going out buying jewelry, shoes, and all that good stuff. I don't care. Just keep winning.
What about Hamzat? I know you called out Hamzat, and now he's...
that'd be nice. That'd be nice. But he's doing his thing at 170. I honestly believe that he'll probably stay at 170 now that he's getting a really good matchup at 170. Or he'll go wherever the matchup's good at. But if he beats Leon, if he beats Edwards, he's the truth. He's really a serious threat. He'll probably stay at 70, grab a belt at 70, because that puts him right there at title contention, right? Leon Edwards was gonna fight for a belt before the pandemic happened, right? He beats Leon Edwards. Maybe they give him one more fight and then they give him a belt. Now all of a sudden that's a money fight for Stylebender too. So that goes back to that. So it's like, yeah, I'd love to fight Kazmat, but clout is everything. My clout ain't that big.
So who do you like in that fight, Hamzat or Leon Edwards?
Leon.
How do you see it playing out?
Leon by strikes, whether he knocks him out, I don't know how the guy's chin is. Whether he knocks him out or just pieces him up, I see Leon winning that fight. I see it being, it wouldn't be a bad person for that, Kazmat to lose his first fight to. It wouldn't be bad at all. But it's like, I see Leon being too much. I don't know why people are sleeping on Leon like he sucks or something. He don't suck. Dana
White likes to call you Big Mouth because you love to talk in the octagon. How many fights do you think you have to win before Dana starts putting some respect on your name? And that's RESPEK. Respect.
I like the Big Mouth name.
Okay.
I do talk a lot, so I don't have a problem with it. Big Mouth, Trailblazer, Smack Man, whatever you want to call me. Now, this is the thing about Trailblazer here, right? TB. Truly blessed, Trailblazer, Tom Brady, whatever you want to call it. TB's TB. It's a great thing, right? Top and bottoms. It could be a whole lot of different things. TV is just who I am. You know what I mean? Trailblazer. I mean, you guys may not see it in the fight room. That's just who I am. I run through people. You know, when I finish them nasty. You know, and that's part of being a Trailblazer. But the big mouth thing, if you watch me on a local level when I was fighting for XKO, I was always talking. You know, and it's like I talk, you know, the whole fight. You know, I talk to my corner. You know, my corner would be like, "Hey, that's not working. Do this." I'd be like, "Oh, good idea." You know, it's just who I am. Big mouth is kind of who I've always been, though. Jabberjaws, as my grandpa used to call me. So I just talk a lot, you know?
What's the best trash talking you've done in a fight?
It had to be the Buckley fight, man. It had to be the Buckley fight. It just, he gave me motivation to talk to him the whole time. So I literally talked to him the whole time. Other than that, even though I lost the fight, I had to say probably the Thiago Santos fight, right? So I'll give you my top three. Thiago Santos fight. Why? Just because it was just like, we were having real conversations. You know, it's like I was really talking to him. I didn't even know he spoke English, but when we got in there, he spoke good English, and it was like, oh shit, he knows what I've been saying this whole time. I'm fucked, right? And then I would have to say Geoff Neal. Not really talking to Geoff Neal during the fight, but more so talking to Safe. You know, Safe was talking to Geoff, and I kind of responded to Safe a few times, and to me that was pretty cool. So those are my top three fights where I got to talk during the fight. And I really enjoyed it.
Okay, so tell me, when did you start developing a passion for collecting sneakers?
COVID-19. COVID-19 did it. So I got a buddy, right? The guy that cuts my hair, Faded by Eddie. He was just buying sneakers left and right. I was like, what are you doing? Like, I already had a few Reeboks because as soon as I got into UFC, I started buying a bunch of Reeboks so I could be part of the brand. You know, I was trying to get sponsored by Reebok. I didn't even like Jordans growing up. Probably because I couldn't afford them. You know what I'm saying? They were just too expensive. I was just like, you know, I was trying to convince myself that I didn't have to be like everybody else. I didn't have to be with the trend in order to, you know, to feel good. But man, they had some fly ones. Those red ones were always looking good, you know? And I was like, ugh. So then COVID-19 came around. And as soon as I got my first check, you know, right after winning the fight, I was just like, let's go. Like, let's just go shopping, you know? And so going out to that fight, I had a couple dollars saved up. And before I even got to the fight, I ordered I had a friend go pick me up 10 shoes, right, at one time. And I was like, yeah, ain't no more 2 for $69.99 now, mama. And so I just went in, you know, we just went in. And since then, I've spent a lot of money on shoes.
So are you up to date with the model numbers and the historical facts?
I suck at that. I was actually just telling my barber that. I was like, look, I really want to open up a sneaker store. I was like, but I suck at remembering all the names. And he was like, bro. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I got to get better. So I'm going to give me a little chart and I'm going to start studying like I'm back in school. I'm going to get it right. If I see something I like, man, I just buy it. You know, and it's like, I think a lot of people get caught up in like, I got to have this name and this style of this shoe. I'm like, you see that? That's fly. Go get it. Then growing up, I skateboarded a lot. So I like Nike SBs.
Okay.
That shit touch.
How many sneakers do you have currently since COVID?
Last time I counted, before I went shopping again, and last time I went shopping, I didn't go crazy on sneakers, but I probably got 40.
That's a lot, considering COVID. It hasn't even been a year yet.
Nah, it hasn't even been a year yet. But we're just getting started, though. You know, we're really seriously just getting started. Like I said, if I own a sneaker shop, I'll have thousands of sneakers, right? If I do a shop, I want to have everything. Not everybody feels comfortable wearing J's. You know, some people need New Balances. New Balances are very comfortable. Some people like Air Maxes. My boys be clowning Pumas, but some people like Pumas. You know, I'm a Reebok guy myself. I still love Reeboks to this day. You know, even growing up, I like the Reeboks. Remember G-Unit had the Reeboks?
Yeah.
You know, I was a big 50 Cent fan. So, you know, it's like, if I can get my hands on some G-Units, I'd be happy. That's just what it is. You know, I want to have everything. Everybody has a different foot. And just because you like the way that shoe looks and just because it might be the style that you need to go out to that party and be popping, it might not mean that that's the shoe that you need to go walk up and down Six Flags or Disneyland with your kid. So I got to have it on.
What do you think about Israel signing that Puma deal?
That was good. That was dope. I would sign any shoe deal as long as I can still wear any sneaker I want.
But you can't, though, if you sign with Puma.
So I wouldn't do it.
Oh, you wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't do it.
Is there a brand that you would sign with?
Probably Nike.
Okay.
Wider selection. You can still wear your J's. You got your Air Maxes. You know, it just has a wider selection of a comfortable shoe and swaggy shoes. You know, it's like, that would be me personally.
Two-part question. What's the best sneaker you've gotten from the UFC? I'm assuming it's a Reebok. And then follow-up question is, what do you think Venom can do to help promote fighters more than Reebok did.
So Venom, what they could do is they can let us have, 4 other sponsors. Let us have 4 other sponsors. I like the idea of clothes, but don't try and take over our shoes. I mean, Venom don't make shoes, right? They don't. I've never seen no Venom shoes.
They might. I don't know. Watch them come out next year.
If they do, they're not real sneakers. Let's just be real. They're not real sneakers. So it's like, and they might be nice. They might be nice, but they're not a overall real sneaker. And maybe this is how they get their name out there to be a real sneaker. I don't know. But when you go to school and you got to wear a uniform.
Yeah.
Right? And they say you got to wear this shirt and these pants and that's it. But they never say nothing about your shoes. I don't mind going to that school because I can still show my flavor and who I am with my shoes. If Venom allows you to wear whatever sneakers you want, you can kind of see who people really are. They wear dusty kicks, fly kicks, what kind of shoes they like, so on and so forth, right? So I just kind of like the idea, just leaving our feet free. You know what I mean? Leaving our feet free. We got these ones right here. These are the flyest ones they've ever gave us.
I think those are,
and probably still close to the most comfortable ones, right? Bro, look at all those different colors on there. Like the colorways on these are crazy. You got several different greens. You got blue on there. You got the red in there. And then these right here, overall most comfortable pair of sneakers they've ever gave the corner, right?
Okay.
Best sneakers they've ever gave the corner. So those are the 2. First one's for the fighter, second one's for the corner. But yeah, those are the 2 best Reeboks they ever gave us.
I'm surprised.
They gave me some regular classic white Reeboks and I'd have been happy, but those work.
What's the top 5 sneakers in your collection right now?
You want to hold 1 second?
Yeah.
I gotta show you.
Oh,
She's like, the off-whites aren't in it? Off-whites aren't in it. These are Fugazis. That's what they're called, right? These things right here. Look at the box, right? And I didn't bring them up here, but I gotta say my unions too. My unions, I haven't worn them yet, but the unions, I'm looking forward to those.
Which colorway? The black toe or the blue ones?
Black.
Okay.
Fugazis. Look at that. Look at that box.
Fugazis. It's got to be fake then.
Come in a little bag. Look at it's just. We're gonna pull out this one with the plastic still on it. Nah, we're gonna put the plastic up. You can't even see what that is. Look at these things.
Okay. It looks like something the shoe surgeon would do.
Man, look at the detail of those.
Okay. All right.
On the bottom.
I need to ask you about Warren Lotus. Do you know who Warren Lotus is?
No, who's that?
So there's big controversy. There's this guy, he makes custom shoes, but apparently all he does is just put a Jason mask on the Nike swoosh on classic dunks, and he just sells it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
What are your thoughts on that? Because Nike is planning to, they're currently suing this guy.
Sign him. Don't sue him, sign him.
This is the Warren Lotus. You see the Jason mask?
Yeah.
You don't think that disrespects the OG pigeon dunk?
It does. He could change the color wave a little bit and stuff like that. I think if you gave him the material and everything he needed.
So what are your thoughts? Now that I showed you the photos, what are your thoughts? Do you still think Nike should sign him?
Yeah, those are sick, bro. I'd buy them.
Those are sick, but you also think it's disrespectful that he doesn't change up the color.
It's disrespectful to change somebody's art if you ain't got permission, right?
Right.
Especially if you make it worse. But if you make it better.
So you think this is better? Okay.
Especially for this time of the year.
Fair enough. To each their own.
I feel like it could be an exclusive drop for this time of the year. Like,
well, that's what he did.
Time.
That's what he did. He made it pre-orders. So
those are dope. Now look, if you're selling them and you're making money off of them, not cool. That's bootlegging.
He's charging $300 for a $100 SB dunk.
It's bootlegging. If you're taking the shoe and you're cropping it and you're just making it a little different and you're selling it for your own benefit, that is bootlegging.
Okay, so let me ask you again. What are your thoughts? Now that you know his $300 price point is just a minor change, is it still fire?
I think we should sue him but still sign him. He's working for free on his first design. That's for sure.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, let's just take that design, make it our design, make our money off of it, and then sign him. You know? We're always so quick to punish people, bro. Forget that. You know, he just proved his worth. If it's that big of a deal for us to want to go in on him, maybe we should think about probably trying to keep him around too. Don't do this to none of my SPs that I got.
He's going to do it to the Ben & Jerry's. See, if Nike didn't come at him with the lawsuit, he was going to do the Ben & Jerry's.
Nah, he shouldn't do it to the Ben & Jerry's. These are icy enough. They don't need no upgrades are needed on these. No upgrades. Ben & Jerry's, solid. They're good. So look, I don't know if these are top 5. I'll probably take these out and put in the
unions. The
unions for sure. But these right here,
Ooh.
I had to have these. The little @ symbol. Yeah, and these feel like a cow. It's crazy. It'd be in my top 3s.
Ooh, Grateful Deads. Okay.
Grateful Deads. With a little pocket on the top. These definitely be in the top 3s. So we got number 1s. It's either the Grateful Deads or the Ben & Jerry's. So those are 1 and 2s. Number 3, I'm gonna let number 3 be the Fugazis. I really like the Fugazis.
You don't consider that a bootleg?
Man, you could consider that a bootleg. But
That's a bootleg Jordan 1.
I like the shoe. Probably should sign them.
Wait, how much was retail? Was it like $500?
$750.
That's bootlegging at its finest right there. So sue him and then sign him at the same time. Got you.
And give me back my $750. And then my Civilist, unless I heat them up, y'all ain't seeing no color change. But yeah, I love the Civilist. So I don't know if that was 4 or 5, but my manager did just get me some shoes. He got me some boxing shoes and he got me some wrestling shoes. KO Gang, right? For the management company. Still blazing on the sneaks. Got some super fire print on there, right? And that's just my left shoe. My right foot has a Trailblazer symbol on there.
Mm-hmm.
Got Smack Man, These are dope. And then he did my lime green scheme. And he knows I like lime green right now because I bought that old school with the lime green on it. So, and I got these bad boys. And these are pretty fly. And of course, I said Nike. And they're Nikes. I tell you what, man, when COVID's fully lifted and we ain't got to worry about nothing no more, me and you might have to do a little 3-week TV show where we go hunt down some real sneaker plugs.
Say less. So once again, Kevin Holland is fighting UFC Fight Night this Saturday with the main event as Uriah Hall versus Anderson Silva. I know you said you wanted to be Anderson Silva's last fight before he retires.
One of the most creative eyes in the sport ever. Yes. He has the dragon eye. That's for sure. Probably the best dragon eye. His ability to see a knockout and to take it was fantastic. George St. Pierre, to me, is the GOAT.
If that fight were to happen, GSP against Khabib.
Probably Khabib. You see his last fight, bro? Come on. You can't discredit that. GSP's a little older now. He may be a little bigger, but when you look at the pictures, he ain't that much bigger than Khabib. And from what everybody says, Khabib's as strong as 85ers, so.
Would you like to fight Khabib?
I don't want to be humped by nobody. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm good, bro. If they said we were going to do a stand-up battle, all right, let's do it. I'm down. They said we're grappling and stuff, bro. I don't want my coach yelling at me for the next 6-7 months because I couldn't get Khabib off me. I'm good. I'm straight. Everybody else can have it. All those egotistic people talking about, I'd beat him. Good for you, bucko. Good luck.
All right, Kevin Holland, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your time. Thank you, man. Thank you again.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you.